She is. Hi, Summer.
I'm here. I'm happy to be here. Still,
How are you feeling? Oh,
well, it's just life. It's just lingering, but it's the cold that's going around. I think a lot of people have it. It's not just me.
yeah. Yeah. It's always something, isn't it? Always something. I feel like my kids are always just bringing something new and special home. So great.
Well, and I'm just gonna warn everyone, it doesn't stop when they're kids. My son came sick and laid in his old bed for 4 hours to sleep, and then went back to his wife and his kid and left his germs at home.
Right? You're
Yeah.
like, thank you. Thank you for that gift. Really appreciate it.
I still got sick by my kid who's 23 and married. I'm like, thank you so much for coming
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Oh, that's so annoying. Thank you
Wait,
for reminding me. It's never ending.
no,
Kids will always be kids bringing home germs.
he made sure to drop it off. It was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Goodness. Well, thank you. I'm finally, hopefully it sounds okay for the recording of this, but
Yeah. I think you're totally fine. And then, if it gets a little quiet on one end or whatever, I can always adjust that. I can always adjust that in post. So that's,
I'll,
don't
I'll
worry.
move my speaker closer.
Oh, that's actually perfect. Yeah. That's a lot better. All right, let me pull up your info just so that I get everything right. And then we'll just do like a
Oh,
quick rundown
quick,
and then
quick question. My marketing team, I gave them the email and the pictures,
okay.
but they came up with a different photo. Well, the same, yeah, different
That's
photo.
totally fine.
Is it okay? Okay.
Yeah. You
I
can
did,
feel free to edit all the things as long as your link works and you want to edit anything like, people edited the email to like kind of fit their audience better and change their picture if they didn't like it. So like
okay.
whatever you want to do is totally fine. I think as long as just like it looks good, and it's in
Yeah.
alignment with, what we're doing, then
Okay. So I'm just
all
gonna let her know now, just to make
yes.
sure
Perfect.
that the link works. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, put that on mute. Thank you. My husband's like, thank you. His phone's always going off. We're both busy.
Yeah. No, I get that. I finally like figured out how to turn off the alerts on my computer, like ding, ding, like in the middle of the interviews. And I was like, I turned it off so many times and so finally I had to turn off everything within the things that were alerting, you know what I mean? Because my
Yeah.
computer wasn't doing it. And anyway,
No, I had to do the same thing. If I have Messenger open, it dings.
yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah, about it.
all right. Did you get the questions I sent you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I'm
know
just,
there's a lot, so you could just pick through.
yeah, I'm just pulling everything up right now. I had my VA like arrange them all in um,
Order.
in a layout so that I can just go to one stop shop. Let's see. Where are we? It's not in alphabetical order. There you are. Okay.
Oh,
No. Okay. And yeah, I think we can just totally just it's like whatever. An interview can lead into some other stuff and all the things about all the things. And so
yeah, I mean, we'll just have a conversation.
yeah,
We're not
100%. I just want to make sure I get your bio right. Let me see. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, my poor husband got sick as well, so he's contaminated the whole family. Yeah, even.
Well, I'm glad that germs don't share through the,
I
through
know.
the screen so that we can like keep on.
I know my in-laws came
on.
out yesterday and I'm like, we're sick, just so you're aware, you might get sick being around us. And then my son texts this morning, goes, can you come take the baby? I'm like,
No, I can't.
I'm
Like,
like,
let's not get the baby sick. Has baby been able to avoid it
he
so far?
has.
Good.
He's actually been between both of all of us, so and hasn't got it. So
Good.
yeah.
Oh, that's so hard when little ones get sick. The questions weren't attached, but I should have had this organized before we hopped on. I was like
Oh, you're fine.
I was yelling at the yard guys, like, can you just not right now? It's not even mine, just the neighbor's right next to mine, which is like right outside this window.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Actually, somebody just posted an NCS was trying to go to sleep and her neighbors was chopping down the tree in the backyard. And it was just, I'm like,
You're
you
like, really?
know, I'm like, just go get in your car and go like park in a parking lot somewhere.
And isn't that like really dangerous for like nighttime to be like chopping down trees like in the
No, it was
dark?
daytime. It
Oh,
was daytime
daytime.
because she's an overnight worker. She
Oh,
was
so that
NCS.
was her time
So
to
she was trying to
sleep.
sleep. Yeah.
Mm.
So she was like making fun of like, and you could hear it in her video that it was just so loud.
You're like, honey, that's not working out.
I'm like, well, I guess you're just gonna have to turn your sound machine up really, but it's like
Real loud. Yeah, I mean, they've invented some pretty legit like
loud.
noise canceling stuff now, that works pretty awesome. So if you can put those in comfortably and then have your white noise going, like
Yeah.
put an eye mask on, man, it's taken me to a different world when I can actually cancel out the world and sleep. I wake up and I'm like, where am I? What is life?
Yeah. You're young still. I'm old. I'm at a point where I'm hit menopause and I'm like, I'm up all night because I gotta pee. And then I'm burning up hot because I'm having hot flashes. So I have like ice packs on my head. I'm looking really attractive in the middle of the night because I'm like ice packs on my head. And I'm so hot and yeah, towels because I'm sweating. I'm like, oh my God.
That's not fun. And they say that that period can last like so long.
My mom still gets hot flashes and she's 76.
No.
And I'm just like, oh my God.
I feel like they're coming up with different ways to combat that nowadays, right? With there's more research around it and
Oh,
supplements
I
and
gotta go to the doctor.
yeah,
That's my
hormone
problem.
stuff. Because
Hormone.
they're finding that like we can balance out our levels so that we're not just suffering all the time, and, oh, that's normal. Oh, you might have hot flashes for 10 years. And it's like, no, let's not.
Yeah, my mom was on a new drug at the time, I don't know, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And she said you can still get it today. And she's like, it kept menopause off like for years. Like it really balanced
Yeah,
everything. But it still just delayed it because she got it once they took her off of it and they had to. Uh,
right.
she's like, then the hot flashes came back tenfold first. So it's been like 12 years of hot flashes. So either way, it's like it's gonna hit. But
If you can put it off, right? And then
yeah,
get things balanced out throughout. Maybe it's different. I can't find your questions for some reason.
okay.
Did it come from your Gmail or from your work account? Maybe that's why.
I don't know. We were back and forth a lot.
I know we were. That's
It
why
was
I'm
a,
like, crap. Yeah, I
it's in
did.
a thread. Let me see.
Just like,
And then your VA texted and it was like, or emailed, and I was like, I know it was a VA. I don't think it was you.
yeah, yeah.
And I was like, no, I signed it. I don't know where it's at. Let me find it. She like was like, well, you didn't sign it. So, and I'm like,
No,
I,
I swear I did.
I swear. But I had to sign it by hand. That was my problem. Um,
Yeah, I don't have I need to install something on my computer that allows me to do that. I just didn't want to pay for that PDF app that lets you do all the things with, PDFs. So I always
yeah,
make my husband do it on his computer.
yeah, no, I did it. Okay, I've got everything here. I've got the signage. I'm like going through my email.
Did you
Uh,
get the update? Oh, you got the updated promo materials. Perfect. Okay.
yeah, I did. Let's see here. It's been a long few weeks. You and I have been back and forth. It's like, okay. I sent the questions. I know I did.
No, I read them. I read them and
I think I'm figuring it out. Hold
my
on.
VA didn't put it. She was putting them in links to everyone, but yours was missing figures.
That's okay. All right, I'm just gonna have to look you up. Because I have two of you. I have Kaylee, I have your 26 one, Carly
Oh,
K,
that might be why. I think that's why. I
and
know.
then Carly Church.
Yeah, I'm trying to switch over to I think you're right. I'm trying to switch over
Yeah,
to
that's the one it is. And
the
mine
We
is,
Got You Mama stuff. That's why I think it got confusing because she integrated it into my Gmail because I wanted to keep things separate from
yeah.
Fit for Mom.
So here's the questions. I'll just put them in chat
Okay, perfect.
and delete them if you want, but here you go. So I have you broken up in like, I put like newborn care specialist because you wanted to talk about my trainings. And then my newborn IQ. Then I switched it over to my newborn sleep company because I have, or my newborn sleep company. Then I switched it to Summer Sleep Secrets. So it'll be interesting to talk about this because I've had to break up my companies a few times. So I'll have to explain to people.
No, that's totally fine. I think it's I mean, because you're the only person I come across that people come to get educated and all these things. So I feel like it gives them a passion. Like once you become a mom, oftentimes they're like, oh, I maybe want to work in this field, or I maybe, and they just don't really have any, sort of direction around that.
Yeah.
And I think again, like the amount of information out there is so massive that
I don't know why
that it could be really overwhelming, right? That could be really overwhelming with, what's out there and where do I go and do I just do my own thing or do I get certified or not get certified? Show chat.
Do you hear static? Oh, it must be from outside.
It's the yard people
It's
moving
the yard people.
around
I
to
can
the back.
actually hear them. Usually
You
Zoom.
can?
Yeah.
It moved farther away. My computer's mad at me too, so my fan is going off.
It's fine. We'll just work with through it and people.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay. I can also cut out background stuff as well.
Zoom is usually pretty good about that.
Yeah. The amount of times where I've recorded stuff and I'm like, reduce background noise 100%.
Yeah, true. It's funny. I'll have the baby crying because he's 12 months or 12 weeks now, and he'll be crying in the other room, and I'll be on a Zoom, and they're like, "Oh, I don't hear anything," and I'll hear him screaming bloody murder from the other room, and I'm like,
you're like, how?
Zoom totally drowns it out. I'm like,
amazing. Okay, let's get started. Wow, we're finally there. Sorry.
You want to stop and record again?
Like, I'll just edit it. I'll just edit it. I can just.
No worries.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, just in case it doesn't start back up again, because that would be my luck. All right, welcome. Hi, Summer. Thanks for joining us on the We Got You Mama Summit. I am so excited to introduce you to Summer Hartman. Summer Hartman. Let's start over. That's how you say your last name, yes?
Yeah,
it's not that complicated, Carly. Okay, hi, welcome to the We Got You Mama Summit. I got Summer Hartman here. She's a newborn care specialist and pediatric sleep consultant. Summer is coming to us from Phoenix, Arizona. And she is recognized as one of the top 200 professionals in her field for the last 6 years. She has tons of experience in all thing newborn care. She's a pediatric sleep consultant, and her expertise is insane. She is a member of the International Association of Child Sleep Consultants and the American Association of Drugless Practitioners. She's trained through Sleep Health Organization and the only pediatric sleep physician created certification program for certified and experienced sleep consultants. So she also teaches all things and certifies people who are venturing into, this field as well. So welcome. Thank you for joining us. You've done all the things. You're used to this. You've been on NPR and Fox and New York Weekly and all the things. So this is like whatever. This is your jam. Um, Anything else you'd like to add? Did I miss anything? I know you've helped thousands of families all over the world with all your sleep knowledge, and I think people forget or don't know coming in to
Mhm.
parenthood how much sleep really does impact all the things. So first off, thank you for educating and teaching, and then also turning other people into educators who venture out
Mhm.
into that world. So tell us all the things. Tell us, maybe a little more about you and, what you do, what is a newborn care specialist, that primary role. And let's venture into like kind of this training.
Mhm.
A lot of people, they have a baby and then they're like, I just want to be with babies and I want to work with babies and they don't really know what that looks like. So inform us on, what that is. Do they have to have babies? Could it be, someone that's never had a baby, and how does that work? Because maybe they don't seem as experienced not having birthed their own baby. Because I don't find that's the case. I think you can be amazingly talented at working with little ones if you're receiving the right information and doing the work to get educated on it. So
Well,
fill us in.
thank you so much for the introduction. And yeah, I'm really excited to share my knowledge with you today and your audience. I've been working actually in the newborn care specialist field for 17 years.
Yeah.
And then I naturally went into sleep training, sleep consulting, and I do consider them two different industries. Sleep training, we go in the home and train, and we coach the clients over there. And then sleep consulting is virtual. So it's just like this on Zoom, and I coach you this way, and then you implement my plans. So, newborn care specialist, it is a passion. If you are the ideal person for a newborn care specialist career, is someone who loves babies. It's like if you listen to everyone who's a newborn care specialist, they started holding babies and trying to nurse at 3 years old. Like
That was me.
it was the
Right.
obsession was so
Yeah.
real.
Mine was 1 years old. The first birthday, I got a baby, like a
Yeah.
baby doll, and I was like, I treated it like it was real.
Mhm.
It was so
Exactly.
special.
So you're the ideal client for to become an NCS, because if you like children, you just love and gravitate to babies in an audience or at a restaurant, or
Mhm.
couldn't wait to be a mother, then this is the job for you. I actually answered an ad on Craigslist. An agency was hiring. If you'd been a nanny, they would put you in as a newborn care specialist. And I looked at this and I was like, okay, Craigslist is old, you guys, but it was
Yeah.
on Craigslist, and I'm old. So I looked at that and I was like, this is my jam. Like, I'd been a foster mom for 6 years, or I had 6 babies for 2 years. And then I had my own children. So I was like, man, this is right up my alley. I
Mhm.
mean, and I went to the job interview and was put on a job the next night. I mean, it was like that. And my passion just grew from there. And honestly, becoming a newborn care specialist it's fun, it's exciting. You get to do a lot of cuddling. And the process is like what I teach is that you really do need to understand how the support you give the parent is so important.
Mhm.
And so they hire you as a newborn care specialist to come in at like 10 o'clock at night, and you work until 6 or 7 in the morning. And so you're up overnight and you're taking care of the night feeds, or you're bringing the baby to the mother to nurse. And then you take and do everything afterwards. And the mom
Mhm.
just rolls over and goes back to sleep. And which is so vital that she gets sleep
Mhm.
for the healing process. And a newborn care specialist, just if they're trained right and they love the job, they'll never stop working.
Mhm.
NCSs, we are busy. We're always being hired. Even in the economically down low times, we're never down, because parents are still having babies and they still need us.
Yeah.
And so it's a career that just is ongoing. And you actually have to like have an exit strategy for yourself, because you get so good at what you do.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it's if you love babies and you like, and I always ask people, are you a night owl or an early bird? Now
Mhm.
this is an exercise, you're an exercise guru, so most people who like to exercise are really early birds. And that's where, if you have to switch your brain around to be up overnight. And so if
Mhm.
you're more of a night owl, it does work better. but you can train yourself to work overnight. You just have to get mandatory sleep during the day.
Yeah.
So you make quite a bit of money in this industry. You would definitely want to hire a nanny if you need to get your sleep during the day. It's well
Got
worth
it.
it.
Yeah. Don't try to do both because then, you'll suffer on both ends, right? Of,
Mhm.
being a mom and then
Yeah.
also like, yeah, keeping up at night. That's cool. Oh, I want to snuggle babies all night, but I really don't want to be up all night.
Well,
So
and
maybe that's not for me.
here's the thing too, is like in my training's a little different than some other trainings.
Hmm.
I focus on the sleep aspect because I'm a sleep expert
Yeah.
and I have to work myself out of a job. So that means everyone who takes my training learns how to sleep shape. And sleep shaping is what you hire an NCS for, or at least it should be,
Okay. Yeah.
because they're actually not cuddling babies. A majority of the time, I barely hold them.
That's true. They're supposed to be sleeping in their
They're
own
supposed to
space.
be
Yeah.
sleeping in their own crib or bassinet or cot, or however you want to call it.
Hmm.
So we're actually training the baby over a 12-week period.
Right.
So some people will be like, oh, I just want somebody to hold my baby overnight. And I'll be like, well, you're not my ideal client,
Yeah.
because I actually need to get them to sleep over a period of time. And we do that with no crying. And there's no sleep training after because they're already trained. So it's just a very nice, comfortable training over 12 weeks where your baby just slowly starts to sleep longer stretches. And we do it because we have a method.
Right.
And
And
that's
what
the
is
whole
that
point.
method? Is that part of the newborn IQ? Is that part of
Mhm.
a specific, sleep training that you offer?
It is. It's part of Newborn IQ. Newborn
Okay.
IQ is one of my companies. It's the newborn care specialist side. And we actually teach you week by week how to stretch their sleep. And we also, by doing this, if you're nursing, it actually works really well with nursing mothers, because we're not taking away the nursing right away.
Right.
We're gradually weaning mom and baby at the same time. So it's a really good process. And if you start at the beginning, we just don't have to sleep train later. You know, I come in as a sleep trainer. That's different because I'm fixing a lot of problems that happen in the beginning, and then I'm correcting that
Right.
uh, later. But yeah, sleep shaping is part of the process, and it's a 12-week to 16-week training, basically.
Okay. That's cool. That's really cool. So do you recommend that people have both those trainings, the newborn care specialist training as well as you know, do you recommend that it's best that they really have both those certifications or they just choose one path or what do you, I mean, I think it's super great if you can, obviously find someone that it has, a plethora of things and experience and knowledge in. What do you say to that?
I say the path is first to become a newborn care specialist,
Right.
and then I would hone that skill, and then I would take my other training. Now, both these are like college education courses. Like
Yeah.
it's about a 30-hour training. It's not that much, but it's like a 30-hour training. But it's the in-person experience that you have to have, because the more families you work with, the better you hone your skills.
Right.
And like I would say focus on that part. And then with the sleep trainer or sleep consultant, it's going to evolve into that,
Right.
because then these clients are going to love you, and they're like, oh, my friend needs help with sleep training, do you do that? Because
Yeah.
it does go together.
Right.
And then the sleep trainer package is with Summer Sleep Secrets. That's my other company. And just FYI, I had to separate all my companies.
Yeah.
um, I had it all under one name, Summer Sleep Secrets, and nobody can understand what I did. uh,
Right.
so so now Summer Sleep Secrets is my pediatric sleep consultant programs.
Got it.
And yeah, so Summer Sleep Secrets is where you would learn the sleep aspect from 4 months and older, and we go up to like 6 years old. And I'm a different trainer than most people. I have a lot of education myself, and I'm still learning. I'm actually in a parent coaching program right now for myself,
Yeah.
even just to keep learning, right?
That's important. I think that is extremely important for educators is to keep learning. And, there's new stuff that comes out all the time. Yeah. New
All the
research,
time.
yeah.
So the sleep program that I offer is like I have like a level 1 and a level 2 now, because there's just so much information and so many different variables.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can go into the sleep aspect if you want right now. Do you want to talk
Sure.
about
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's jump into it.
So the sleep program, that I have is like, it's the foundations, the frameworks of how to interview and how to talk to clients and get them to sign up with you. Then we go into like the mythology of all the different methods. And I actually created a couple of methods, and there's like 12 methods in total. You want to know all the different sleep methods because not one client ever uses one method.
Mm,
It makes no sense. So you're always going to bounce from like sitting next to the baby in the chair to getting up and patting and shushing to leaving the room to do 5-minute check-ins. It's
mm,
like a sleep consultant needs to have multiple ways to support a client. It can't
right.
just be, okay, we're just going to do Ferber.
Is
Well,
it because every baby is different or because every client is different or
both. I
yeah.
mean, to tell you the truth, I never really sleep trained children. I sleep train
Mhm.
parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the whole concept is really
Right.
it's training the parent's brain away from either what they've read or what they've tried.
Hmm.
And then it's a combination because the baby reacts different ways. And also temperaments are different. Like a baby's temperament that's more high needs is honestly a baby that's going to need more cried out.
Mm,
And people with high needs babies don't want to do cried out. So
mm,
to kind of work up to that.
yeah.
So we do the gentle first, and then we work into the other method because we know, and I know that I'm going to have to go to that level, but
Yeah.
they aren't ready. So
Right.
it's really prepping the parent. And that's how my trainings are. I give you live cases. I've also filmed for educational purposes, real parents on Zoom. And that's part of my training as well.
Hmm.
And you actually listen to me ask them questions, and I come up with solutions instantly. And I'm like back and forth, back and forth. And so you're seeing an actual consulting with my program
Right. In real
and
time. Yeah.
in real time. And these clients sign off on waivers and saying, they agree to this because they're getting it for free.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
do, I do offer it for free for education. Um, but I guess the way that I look at things is like it's a puzzle. And
Mhm.
sleep is literally only one piece of the puzzle. The bigger picture is actually how the parents react, the daytime routine, the stress of regular life, the baby not eating properly, the baby's not ever been taught to sleep in a crib, is held
Mhm.
for all their naps. And by the way, I don't care if you hold your baby. That's fine. Whatever. We work on that. Like if you want to hold your baby for 1 or 2 naps, let's do it. But at least train them to sleep in their crib when you want them to be in their crib.
Right. Yeah.
Like I'm a grandma now with a 12-week-old. You don't think I'm not sitting in my rocking chair I specifically bought for him? I
Yeah.
am. Half the day is sitting in the rocking chair and just cooing with him
Yeah.
because life is too short. And I've raised my children, and now I've got my grandbaby, and I'm like, okay, I want to enjoy the third one because he's like the
Right.
third I never had.
Yeah.
So it gives me, I think, more in depth with my trainings and teaching people because I understand life and we need to have flexibility.
Yeah.
So I do teach that with all of my sleep consulting parents. You know, we just take crutches here and remove them and here. And I teach all my students to do the same. Like it's not just cookie cutter.
Hmm. Yeah. That's so massively important. Like you said, like every parent's going to be different, every baby's different. So it's training the parent because they're going to be the one that's training the baby. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
I know the people that I just interviewed for my last pediatric master program, it's my level 2. Um, they weren't from the US actually. It was funny. I got Dubai. I had 2 consultations in Dubai, 2 in London, 1 in Australia, New Zealand. So like, and all the common denominator is that they're just all the same parent, all put into one.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
watched all the videos, you're going to be like, it didn't matter what language, where they lived. I literally sat and talked to the same exact person. They were all
Yeah.
going through the same thing. That's humankind. Like that's mothers everywhere. Doesn't matter
Hmm.
where we are. And so I find it so fascinating. And the common denominator of every single one of those calls was they all bed shared.
Mm.
Every single one. And that's because it's different than the US. The US is like crib, crib, crib. But in other countries, it's much more bed sharing, but they want to move them to the crib or cot.
Hmm. Right.
So we're all in the same boat. We're
Yeah.
all trying to survive. We're all trying to love our children and make sure they have the best life in chaos. And I think as a sleep trainer, a sleep consultant, and a newborn care specialist, we need to show love and compassion to these people that are having these babies in a world that is in chaos.
Yeah.
And so I hold people's hands and I give them leniency, and I'm like, you know what, you had a bad day today, don't worry about it, let's get back on board next, the next day.
Yeah.
So I just do things differently. My entire companies are made out of love, and I really do show love to all of my consultants and my trainers and my NCSs who take my programs. I hold their hands through all the jobs because I want them to be successful and also love what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's huge. There's so much heart that goes into it, right? And I love that. You're yes, teaching all the things and all the facts, but also like let's be loving, let's be kind, let's be accepting of however, they're choosing, to raise their babies and how you can best support that with, what they want and then the knowledge and training that you have, which I don't think we find a lot of that, right? It's like kind of why I'm doing this is to, close that gap and let moms know that like you want to choose this. Okay, let's like you said, I'll hold your hand, let's talk about it. Like let's
Yeah.
make a plan. Like, oh, you didn't follow the plan yesterday. That's okay. How can I help you get back on track? Like that there's no judgment around it that, there's
Yeah.
maybe people think there's a right way and there's a wrong way, right? And I think a lot of people in different fields are pretty strong in certain right ways.
Mhm.
But like you said, like, oh no, I make sure that my people know all these 12 different because
Mhm.
you're going to have to, right? To be able to be that kind of loving, supportive, care specialist in, these
Yeah.
families' lives, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's really
And
cool.
and here's the thing to remember is too, is like we're actually in the most important part of somebody's life. Having a baby is like
Yeah.
life changing. And so when you walk in the door, you should be a relief to that person. You shouldn't
Right.
be a stress.
Yeah.
And if you've hired somebody as an NCS and you're stressed, that person needs to go, because
Hmm.
unfortunately you should not be stressed when you have somebody coming in your home. It's as if you walk in the door, and most of my clients, not all of them, most of them, they're in bed sleeping when I arrive sometimes. But some of my clients are at the door and they don't even let me wash my hands. They're like, okay, here's the baby. You've had a really rough day. Good night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let
Bye.
me wash my hands first, please. I'm
Yeah.
like, hold on.
Yeah.
And that's, I think the gold is like when you're successful at what we do, the clients never want you to leave. They offer you, I've been offered thousands of dollars to stay on for 18 years. Been offered, one client offered my kids 4 years of college tuition. I mean, I've
Like,
got,
raise my babies, Laura, raise my babies.
they're like, we'll build a house in the
Oh
backyard.
my goodness.
And I'm just like, oh, people.
You're
I'm
like,
like,
that's not my dream. Thank you, though.
I'm like, I love you, but just not that much. But you can always text or call me if you need me.
Yeah. You're like, I
Um,
have to create some boundaries.
yeah, yeah, we definitely have to have boundaries.
Yeah.
But if you're really good at the job and you're trained right, you will be successful. And that's the type of, and it's addictive. I will tell you, being a sleep trainer and going into the home and training a baby, they think you're like Mary Poppins with your carpet bag. And I kind of am. I come in with my secret carpet bag
Yeah.
and all my goodies are in there. And you get such a high because you've solved somebody's problem and they're
Yeah.
so thankful because, I mean, well, let's just talk about it. Sleep is life. If parents are not
100%. We die without it. Yeah.
right, if you're not getting sleep, then you're not going to survive very long without some kind of mental break,
Hmm.
or you're going to need, like most of the people that go into some kind of depression, it's because they're just, life is upside down and they need a break. They just need sleep, right? And so what I sell is sleep. And that's what I tell parents is like, what is more important to you? I had an interview, and she watches this, she might watch this. I had an interview with a mom, and she had a beautiful doula come in before me. And she was very like earthy and crystals and just, even I liked her. I was like, well, why didn't you hire her? I saw her walk out of the house and she was like, oh, we want to hire her. But I was coming in for the next interview. And I was like, okay, well then hire her. Like if she's really what you want.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I'm supposed to be interviewed, but I interviewed them. I said, tell me what you liked about her. Like, what did you love about her that you
Yeah.
said, I want her? Because I didn't really need the job. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
And they said, well, she was like so positive and so calm. And we really liked that she was going to do the laundry. She was going to make the bottles. She was going to cook us our meal for the next day. She was really mothering me. And I really liked that. I wanted a doula mothers the mother. And she really wanted to be cared for. And I said, great. Then that's what you do. You hire who you want. And I
Yeah.
said, and then they were like, but wait, we wanted to hear what you have to bring to the table. Like we wanted both aspects. So they interviewed the doula, they interviewed me, and I'm coming in as a newborn care specialist. And I said, I'm so sorry, but I mother your babies. I'm here to actually sleep shape them over, 10 to 12 weeks, however much you hire me for. I will do the laundry if that's what you really want, but typically it's not a service I provide, but I
Yep.
will. And I said, I will, wash it. I always wash the bottles and make the bottles for the next day. But my focus is really working with the kids and getting them to sleep longer stretches over this period of time. What's more important to you?
Right.
Care of the mom or sleep later after you have no more help? And they were like, where do we sign on the contract? And I was hired.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay. I'm like, are
Okay.
you sure you want to hire me? And they're like, no, we want to hire you.
Yeah.
They were dead set on the other person. And she does get jobs. She's filled up all the time. She's a gorgeous person. She does a great job at what she loves, but she's not a trainer.
Yeah.
She's a compassionate person that works in the doula realm.
Right.
So there's there's a lot of crossover. And
Yeah.
not every person wants me because they don't want their baby sleep shaped. They just want somebody to cuddle them.
Sure.
And that's the other person to hire.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just kind of telling you guys, like, there's just multiple ways to do this industry and how
Yeah.
you're going to mingle. But I sell sleep,
Yeah.
and that is all my programs are about for
I love
parents
that.
and for learning how to do it.
And not to say, she could have had the doula come in for some stuff too. You know what I mean? And
I told
then
her, why
you're
don't you ever
also,
come during the day? She can do
yeah,
the day work and I'll do the night work. But again,
yeah,
cost. You have to weigh what
yeah,
the
100%.
bill is. But yeah.
Yeah. I would
And I
love
had,
to get to a world where, these kind of things are so massively important and we know that, but let it be recognized worldwide. Like, let's get insurance on board. Let's, like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? And there are some states that are coming around.
yeah,
You might be able to get part of it paid off, turning in the things.
you
But
can. Doulas,
um,
doulas
mhm,
actually have that already, but
mhm.
NCSs do not.
Yeah,
And doulas is because they work with the mother. So insurance are more comfortable because they're
yeah.
working with the mother. But newborn care specialists right now, insurance are denying us because we are solely caring for the baby, which is a higher liability.
Mm,
So we're working
yeah.
on it. I've been talking to insurance companies for the last 2 years. So we finally just got ourselves insured. Um, that was 2 years in the running.
That is mind blowing. I mean,
Yes.
come on. Like,
But
I understand, like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess higher liability, but like any human. And I guess they're,
insurance is all about money.
yeah, it's true.
It's all about the bankers and the
Yeah.
backers, and they all come from London.
Mm.
I know the whole work it now. I
Yeah.
know the whole entire thing when it comes to it because
Yeah.
I worked with the insurance brokers and yeah, so I'm really proud of us for getting insurance. Um, so the people you hire should have insurance. If you're
Hmm.
here, hire somebody. And then also as the consultants, we do have insurance as well, or should.
Cool. Right.
So,
So you
uh,
teach on that and also instruct your people on all that, which I
oh
think is
yeah,
huge. Yeah. So that everyone is protected. Yeah, that's
yeah.
important.
And I make sure that even in my newborn sleep company, the parent company that I have,
Hmm.
um, that the team that I have brought on are all insured and everything too. So
Okay.
we want to make sure that this industry gets elevated. We need to elevate our industry and
Yeah.
work towards it's a corporation, it's a big company. And so yeah. And if you wanted to become a newborn care specialist, take a look at our websites and yeah. So
I love that. tell them where to go. We're going to have all the information in the, the emails and the, the follow-up stuff, but
Mhm.
just so we're saying it out loud as well in case someone wants to jump right on. Well, they're in it and just heard from you. So I know there's a couple different places, to go because you had to separate them out. So shout out where to go, where to follow you, how to reach
Okay,
out, all the things.
perfect. So we'll start with the newborn care specialist. So that's newborniq.com.
Okay.
And just like it sounds. And then you have our pediatric sleep programs. That is going to be Summer's Sleep Secrets. And it is conquered the S's. We have
Cool.
definitely got a lot of the S's in there.
So clever.
Summer's Sleep Secrets. And then Newborn Sleep Company is actually our brand. So that one is our parent company. So if you're a parent looking to hire, that's where you would go. So
Cool.
Newborn
Okay.
Sleep Company. And that one, I'm only bringing on people I've actually trained.
Right.
So if you train through me, you actually have an avenue to work with our other company. And just as an FYI, you make full income working with me. I don't take anything off of the income, and parents pay a small placement fee to hire one of our teams that's trained.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
it's
That's
good.
very cool.
Yeah. It gives people that don't have an, let's say you're a mom coming into this and you don't have like access to like how to create a business or whatever. We're giving you the role through our company. And
Okay.
then we teach you how to build your brand with our company. There's no
Yeah.
competition.
I
It's all
love that so
collaborative.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like all in the same world, right? And then I love that you can go to one place, you can get educated, you need to get certified, and then you're like, okay, now you're part of my company, let's get you work, and you set
Yeah.
them up on this plan of success on how to interview, how
Yeah.
to get clients, and how to,
Yeah.
promote yourself. Like that's
And then they do build
not
their own
very common.
companies too. They
Yeah,
actually, I require they have an LLC. So they actually have to
right,
drop the name, and then they see how I run my company. So,
right.
and we also do monthly meetings. So we have one monthly meeting with our team, and we make sure if there's any education that needs to happen or support from a job, we can
Yeah.
do a team meeting with my coordinator.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing.
Yeah. So we're kind
Yeah,
of, it's all kind of full circle. I kind
it
of like
is.
being a little bit of, in everything,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, busy, busy.
Huge,
But
busy, busy, but super important and I'm sure rewarding work. You look so happy doing it, right?
oh yeah.
And just hearing you also like now you have your own grandbaby and you love it
Yeah, I
so
know.
much. You're just like, oh, and it's my blood and I get to do this again, but not actually do it
Right.
100% all the time, which is like
I get a,
best of both worlds.
I get a 3 or 4 day break, and then he comes back home to grandma and grandpa, and my husband and
Oh,
I get him. It's being a grandparent, I will say I'm going to create a grandparent training because
cool.
I
Yeah.
actually think that it would benefit people so much to understand how to love your child who had a baby, and
Yeah.
also give the education wise, having that education to help support your kids um is a gold mine. I
Yeah.
mean, if you're a grandparent, you can give the education and be up to date on all of it, your
Hmm.
own child who's already taken some
Right.
classes.
Instead of, I'm sure we all heard it like,
Yeah.
well, when I raised you, like this was, and you're like, well, that's not legal anymore, mom.
Yeah, there's so many videos of like grandma, grandma rolling her eyes like, I already know that. And that's true.
Yeah.
As grandparents, we do know a lot. We raised our kids.
100%. But you're in the world of it and you've been in the world of it for two
Yeah.
decades, right? It's not like you had your kids, you raised them, and then you've been out of the world for so long. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you're
Yeah.
coming from the completely different place. You are an expert in this world.
Yeah.
You
But
stayed in
it's
it. But it's different when like, oh, I've had my babies 25 years ago and
mhm.
now I'm still an expert because I had my babies 25 years ago. Like I
Well,
wish our brains were that like,
yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you
solid.
just a slight secret, because that's what I am. Summer Sleep Secrets. Is that the knowledge I have now, I wish I'd had it when I had my kids when I was 23.
100%.
And so being able to put that towards my grandbaby and see he's sleeping 12 hours and he's 11 weeks old.
Oh my gosh.
And to see that we did it with no tears, he was constantly loved. I held him when I wanted to, and yet he still followed the pattern that I implemented. And the kids
Mhm.
did it. My daughter-in-law and my son did it on their terms at home. So
Right.
we all worked together. And that is a good pattern to have. So
Hmm.
there is a really a good interest for grandparents to learn up to date knowledge because it is different. And
Yeah.
yeah, so
And then I
I'm
think
a
that's
grandma now.
empowering for families too to be able to work together instead of like, oh, she's going to go completely off whatever I tell her whenever she goes to grandma's and then I got to undo and then I got to, you know what I mean? But like if everyone can just work together and
Yeah,
if
if you have
grandparents
like
would take the training, like that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, let us know when that comes out. That's amazing for
Yeah, I
sure.
will. It'll be grandma and grandpa training.
I love it.
But it's really just going to be like how to actually, my vision of it is like a core respect for your child
Yeah.
giving birth. Like really like I ask permission. I don't just take. So my kids have to ask me if I will take him. Like I never
Yeah.
call them.
Yeah.
They call me and say, I need you to take him. Do you mind? And so it's not like, here, I want your baby. Um, I'm
Right. There's
respecting the
boundaries and there's
boundaries.
respect and there's,
Yeah.
yeah, of like
And
how,
mhm. And then I also like I just asked them, I'm like, do you want to know what I'm doing during the day? Because I can write it out for you in a sleep, in a plan. And
right.
then she's like, oh, yeah, can you please write it out? Because I'm lost completely. But I don't force it on her because she wants to make her own mistakes, she told
Yeah.
me. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to allow her to make her own mistakes. But in the time I'm trying to little make
Right. And learn from them
right.
because
But
you know your kids and your, daughter-in-law
it's not
best.
my
And so
daughter.
that or from your no, your son and then
Yeah.
your daughter-in-law, right?
Yeah, she's my daughter-in-law. So you have to
Right.
respect
So
the
you know
boundaries of
them
your
best
child.
and probably
Yeah.
know how she will accept information from you. And sometimes they have to come up with it. You know what I mean? And be like, yes,
Exactly.
actually, do you mind? Because you know all the things, right? I would be like, yes, 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 yes. But people like we talk about our different personalities. You have to
Yeah.
find ways to work with them and empower them. So
You
that's
do. You have
awesome.
to work around the different personalities. If it was my daughter, it'd be different. I'd be like, no, Sophie, don't do that. Like,
Right.
but my daughter-in-law is her own person, and she's not
Yeah.
part of our family in that way. So she doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't want to step on her toes. Let's
Right.
just let's just say it. We want to respect each other's boundaries.
Yeah. 100%.
So yeah.
I love it.
So that's what I'm gonna do. So if you guys are interested in learning more about my programs or reach out. We do on each of our websites. You can reach out on any of our questionnaires. So
Awesome. I love it. Yay. Thank you, Summer, so much for joining us.
thank you for
You're just
having
so
me.
like a light and a wealth of information. So everyone head to our site if you are interested in certifying in these things and becoming a newborn care specialist, a sleep consultant. I think this
Mhm.
is your gal. Head there, get certified, or at least, reach out and take
Learn
that
more.
questionnaire. Yeah,
Yeah.
and shoot her any questions that you have. And she's here for us. Summer's gotcha. We gotcha. And
Yes.
thanks again. Thanks again for joining us. Give that little grandbaby a squeeze for me.
Yeah, I gotta go get him right now.
Yay! All right. Thanks, Summer.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
We'll chat soon. Okay. Bye.
Bye.